got back a while ago. It's usually super quick. It doesn't. I'm just gonna reduce the volume on that side. It doesn't take long. Found emails from Paulus Ambunda. Let me check the most recent ones, and then it will pull them up. And then you say last communication with Paulus Ambunda was in 17, 4 months ago, which was the charter, which was also a group email. And then it says you haven't communicated with Paulus like one-on-one email recently. It's all been through sort of group emails. But yeah, that being that, I can even ask it to find the first email, right? So now this is the other one that I like using. This is my UJ account. I like using this for this UJ stuff. So what I have is, I'll just close this. I have is a Chrome extension for Claude, right? And I'll open it and I'll have it here. So I'm running Claude Sonnet 4.6, which is one of the latest ones. There are also different ways you can run local ones and so forth. I can teach you that if you're keen and interested. All right, but you have this. So you can see what I would normally do is I'll maybe say the first one. Like for instance, these 140 notifications. I don't have time to read this. So what I can say is that there are 140 notifications, right? Give me a preview, like a preview of that. Or I can say, hey, we just started this module. Can you outline the due dates? Let's say the due dates of unit 1 tasks. Sorry, I'm typing with one hand, that's why I can't be faster. Okay, so like, and when they, did I say due dates? Yeah, due dates. Okay, like for instance like that. So then what it will do is that it has access. Can you see like this hovering? It has access to this whole thing. It will probably just say read elements course plan, and extract whatever. It will do that. Okay, so it will go in, it will read everything else pretty much, and then it will give you a summary. So, and it will look for specifics like what is, it will click around, um, adult learning and motivation, whatnot. So that's now if you don't have really the time to do that, or sometimes you just do not understand certain things, or maybe you're doing like an assignment and you don't really understand. So what you do is you give it access to the screen, and then you say, hey, this is the assignment that I had, this is what I did so far, right? You can show it what you have done, and this is the rubric, and this is what is expected. Can you just double check if I'm on the right path, or if there are certain elements that I have not gotten deeper into, especially the emotional aspect of it, like if you have explored the feelings and the emotions adequately. I think that's the part that I usually look for, and sometimes I just do not think that I get into it very well. Can you see like it found that there's a thing that's due somewhere on the 11th and blah blah blah, so it will find this, and then they can give you like a summary of it. But that's basically sort of like what you can do. But there are other things. What you can do as well is that, let's say for instance you have a spreadsheet. Let me go to a spreadsheet. I'll try, and I think in student preview I have a spreadsheet, because especially some spreadsheets have like long stuff that you're unable to. Patient simulator, paramedic. Okay. Sorry, chief. This is not student visualization. Let's go in here. I think there's a student by module. By module, yes. I think I've created something like this. So this allows me to visualize the students by module. But I want to show you this so that you see sort of the way I'm doing it at the moment. So let's open this up. I'll just allow it to open Excel. And I mean, there is this, right? So these are like the different students that are like in different modules. All the students that are here, all right? So I have Claude here. Let me just open it up. Okay, I have to restart apparently. And okay, so let's say for instance, I just want to say, I'm going to dictate just because it takes me a bit of a while. I want you to look at the data here, and then I want you to create a visual graphic in the next, like create an extra Excel and create a demographic, or like how students are populated across the different modules, and also try and compare males with females, and maybe just create like a visual data of it. And yeah, like I don't know, I mean I didn't think about it, I'm just giving it like a random instruction. I think it's done. I'm going to, okay, I'll copy that. All right, so that's gonna run. Claude is temporarily unavailable. Why why is it saying that it's unavailable? That sucks, that's a bummer. But basically what it was gonna do is that it should have been able to, okay, yeah, okay. So what was that about? So what it will do is that it will come out here, it will read this content here, and then yeah, it then what it will basically do is that you create this diagram, because sometimes you have all this data, and as a manager you don't really have time to go, or sometimes you just do not know how to go about creating like a visual demo, like a description of the bars and charts, and so that you can show where your budget is going, what are you doing, sometimes it's like tons and tons, but the context window is about 1 million, so you can analyze like data on top of data for like even 3 to 4 years, right? So you can visualize this whole data. I think it's absolutely incredible. So the things that you can do with it, especially now that it has come into Excel, it has come into spreadsheets, and all that. So, but I'll send you another video showing what the output here looks like. And actually, while you're busy on that, let's go back to the other one. So like for instance here, the unit covers 2 topics: contemporary adult learning theories and theories of motivation. Okay, so topic 1, blog adult learning, due tomorrow so I need to get on it. And what you need to do is identify 3 contemporary adult learning theories and critique their relevance to your teaching context. Right, and then you have to write, and then the second blog is due on Wednesday. So like you didn't have to go through that. Okay, so now what you can do is you can ask it, take me there, exactly, and then let's say maybe there is like a long document, like a PDF document. So you say, summarize this for me, or read this for me, and or actually what does this mean, or actually let's discuss this theory that is based off whatever you're reading, so you can then have a conversation with it, and it helps you sort of be on a little bit on the next level. It's like your assistant that can see whatever you're doing, but it doesn't have memory. So once you start again, it doesn't keep memory of the things that you're doing. But if you're doing it in Claude Code, which is the other interface, then it does have long-term memory, so it will remember everything else that you have done and so forth. And so does this one, the OpenClaw. So OpenClaw, maybe we can have a discussion on it another day, but I'm using it through Telegram. So basically I send messages via Telegram. I can even use it on my WhatsApp. So I communicate to it on WhatsApp. You can do things on my computer, right here, on the whole computer. But this is like basically on that, and it runs 24/7. So I can do stuff. But yeah, we can have, depending on which one you want to learn, we can always sit down a day and then we can discuss it.